Hello, Dems. My name is Noreen Spears, and I'm a volunteer canvasser with the Douglas County Democrats. We're making a few videos to help canvassers throughout Kansas feel more comfortable when they knock on doors and help their neighbors fill out voter registration forms and advance ballot applications. In an earlier series, we addressed the advance ballot application, and in this series, we will be addressing the voter registration forms. So here is the Kansas voter registration application form. This is an online form, but we do recommend that you print out the form and have whoever you're visiting fill it out, and then you can take it directly to the county clerk. This form is found on www.kssos.org, and you can print it from that location. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first box with the red arrow. It asks two questions. Now, if the answer to either of those questions is no, then this person is not eligible to vote in the United States because they're either not 18 or they're not a citizen. The next line asks for their name. That's pretty self-explanatory. The next two lines ask for a residential and mailing address. The residential address is simply the street address, and the mailing address is the location that they would like any correspondence to come to them. So for some people, they may have a P.O. box, or perhaps they're planning a long vacation. And then the city and zip code. And then we come to date residence established, and it asks for a month, day, and year. Now, for some of us, we don't remember the month and the day that we moved into our home, but luckily, we can just fill in a year. And next we come to birth date, daytime phone number, naturalization number for those who were born in another country but are U.S. citizens, and then the driver's license and last four of the Social Security numbers. This is where we need to talk about the reason that the applicant is filling out this form. If they have simply changed their address, or are changing their party affiliation, or may have changed their name, then they can just put in the driver's license number or the last four of their Social Security if they were previously a registered voter in Kansas. If this is the first time that they are registering to vote in Kansas, then they are required to show a proof of citizenship. And here's a list of documents that are acceptable for that. Now, there may be others that are acceptable and not on this list. If the person has one of those, then they should call their county clerk to make sure that that is acceptable. For anyone who is registering for the first time and showing proof of citizenship, they are required to provide a copy of that document with their registration application. So they could take a picture of it, print it off, and then attach it to the form. You may even ask if they would be comfortable with you taking a photo of it and then going home and printing it off and taking it to the county courthouse for them. And here in Douglas County, we are also able to take a photo of it and then email it to the county clerk. Now the next line asks for the party affiliation. So if they want to vote in the primary, they do need to mark Democratic, because if they are not a Democrat, then they are not invited to take part in the Democratic primary. And the next line asks for the previous name or the previous residential address. And this is, of course, for those who are previously registered to vote but have had a name change. Perhaps they got married or have changed their residency. And lastly, we have a signature and a date. And of course, with that date comes the requirement to turn in this form within 2 days of that date. So if you are turning this form in for the people that you are canvassing, then you need to just make sure that you get it to your county clerk within 2 days. And if they are filling out the form and they want to get it to their county clerk themselves, then you just want to remind them that there is that requirement. So here in Douglas County, we can email it to elections@douglascounty.com, or we can mail it to the Douglas County Clerk, 1100 Mass Street, Lawrence, Kansas 66044. We can drop it by the county courthouse in person, or there's also a box outside the courthouse that you can just drop it in after hours. And that concludes our video for filling out a voter application form. Thank you for watching.